Okay, so these fallen angel families they're the ones that, these Pope families act just like Trump, Antichrist. He's really just like kind of one of these Pope families. And anyways, the Barberini. Now remember bar, we all drink at a bar. And what else we got about bars? Bar stands for their rap, and it also stands for a serpent. The bar of their, what is it? The bar in their mouth or their strike, I can't remember, but there's something about it. And so you get off of that, the spirits. Notice that what took Diddy down was when he sued these alcohol. That's a fallen angel families. He's part of all that. He knows. I don't know if he just got too, I don't know, if they started squeezing him or something, I don't know, but it's the nature of their pride that, any of them get to a point. This is what's interesting about Satan's kingdom. If it's divided against itself, it cannot stand, because the nature of what they do is they use desperation as some kind of a currency, Satan's plight. And then, but pride hits desperation unless they can send it somewhere else. That's why I think they do their sorcery. Now it says, and this is why they have to do their pharmakia. And this is why God interrupting it and stopping it is creating what we see in Revelation. So, was he talking, I believe, endure to the end? He was talking to these ones, too. All of us. But I just see 7,000 that are for sure destroyed, and the 3 Antichrists. That's all I can find in there that are for sure. So, other than that, you think God left that there for no reason? You think Jude 123 is there for no reason? Come on. They've tried to convince you that God doesn't use common sense and logic in order to make you think that he is sitting there waiting to strike you down. What's John 3:16 for all of us? I know if he made you, he wants you. If he can save you, he will save you. And these 7,000, they're reprobate. They don't want to be saved. There's something else. All they want to do is attack and hate God. It's disgusting. So, I don't think they're all like that. I believe I've been encountering many of you. Okay? Particularly on TikTok right away, and I didn't know what was up, and I still don't know. It's not about me knowing. I can play that not knowing. I'm fine with that, or play it, that's fine. See, they're always baiting into pride. So that same thing. You start to not be okay with not knowing something. You start to think, I should know, I shouldn't be attacked, I shouldn't be, no. Well, that's what all these families do. Anyways, you look at this, the fly, Beelzebub. This family used to be, and then they switch faces, they're shape-shifted faces. And the bees. Now remember, the bees are interesting because they're in St. Paul's Basilica. St. Paul's Basilica is where they conducted the ritual in 1963 on June 29th, I believe June 30th actually. Same date as the Tunguska event in 1917, where Satan was enthroned in the chapel. And there's a sacrifice of a young girl named Agnes. Look for that theme throughout their little horror movies. Anyways, and this is the same place. And so we got the bees. What did that rich girl mean when she released that music video about, like, hope for our bees? Well, they flipped the letters around. So you get B, you get D, you get P. It's interesting. And so that's how they do things. Well, D, if you just say if it's an A, and that is interesting because the Tuatha De Danann have that abbreviation, and we have DEA that handles drugs, kind of like pharmakia. Well, you can get B from that, BEA, and I think that's why they have it on the door frames. Also, this is what comes all back to that 1.618 Fibonacci sequence and using the statics to create the darts of Satan. Now, this is all what I feel the unction of the Holy Spirit has put on me and told me. You don't have to agree, but go to God. Go to God about everything. Be a Berean. Study the Word. Okay? And God will save you. He is his power. When these fallen angels were sitting there saying, they were trying to figure out his power. They were trying to test him. They're trying to do a science on him and figure things out because that's how they see themselves. And so they're saying, well, what if there was a man that was married this many times? And Jesus saying to him, you don't understand the power of God. It's so far beyond what they can imagine. And they're trying to scale him and quantify him. What an insult. Their minds are in so far the wrong place when we're here to please him and love him and be servants to him and be slaves to God. Do you think being a slave for Jesus is like being a slave? I personally think the whole plantation thing has served a great smear campaign in a way on that word. And what it means to be enslaved for Jesus is paradise. In the kingdom of heaven is a place of service where everyone serves. And the main one who serves is God, who keeps us all alive. It's evident in your breath, in your existence, that he serves. This is why they want to get us prideful, so that we're not thinking about things like that. We're not thinking about love, about loving God with all of our heart, mind, and soul, and loving those as we love ourselves. And it's important to love yourself too, because that's one of those things they do when they get you thinking. They like to sit there, devil, and smear campaign God into one who is like vengeful and wants to strike you down. If God wanted to get you, he would get you. If he wanted to get me, he would get me, and he is getting those devils.